Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Paul. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bulldogs offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Flips it out in the flat. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. To the air on second down. Flips it out on the screen. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's got his man. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third down play from the gun. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Nice move there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The give from the gun. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Out of the gun, the give to the back. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wheeler. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The kick is on its way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it to the back. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Looking to scramble. Out of midfield, he's got room.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Finds a little space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Hey, washed up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trey.
He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Georgia comes quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grab near the sticks. It's Taylor. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Tight end now in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man out of the backfield. And that one did not work. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good. That brings them to within 1. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Oh, better look out! Picks up the 1st down. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Might as well give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by a center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the Sooners are marching down the field. They're going to ride this running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Right on the money. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Turning it on.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Now they're going to throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to the end zone. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. The give. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Great job by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 14-6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no short thing right now. They're up by 11 over UAB. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. He'll keep it himself. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
To the ground with the back. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Immediately fires to the middle. They get him down with this offensive setup, first and goal from the 9. And the Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Oh, he got loose. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've stalled out a bit in the red zone, just a couple of field goals on 3 previous trips, now to get it in on second and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on, scores on a sneak.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Snap in the shotgun. He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back on the move.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. This defense will try to get the ball back for their offense or at least prevent a score here late in the fourth. It's complete to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. And the Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He wastes no time and comes out to throw it. Finds his man down the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the middle. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Back open in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Massive massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A two-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Lost a throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. To the air on second down. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. They punt it away on fourth down. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Finds a soft spot in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. So here comes our first play of overtime. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They jump on top here in OT.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. From the gun. Touchdown, Georgia! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And they tacked on the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
And the QB saw it right away. He knew it. As soon as he got that football, he got it in his hands. He loved his matchup, finding the big fella, getting a touchdown.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. From the gun. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! They got this thing tied up in double overtime.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. He makes the grab for the 2, but wait just a second. There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They got it done with the 2, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime. Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. Trying to barge in. They are denied. The two-point try is stopped, and a game it's in overtime. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to a long-awaited showdown. Don't have to be a fan of either team to appreciate the matchup of these two elite quarterbacks. Both guys hoping to use this big stage and display their supremacy. And welcome to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the fifth-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Buckeyes will kick it away to get this game going. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Alabama's offense comes on the field first today. We've got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week. But let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you had mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance. A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. A short completion to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. Takes off in a bootleg. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw yet again. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. That play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24. Back in motion now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught near the goal line. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. formation for the defense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, closing time.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying for an offense coordinator than having a quarterback that he can trust in these critical areas. Here you are, 3rd and goal. What do? Put the ball in the hands of that quarterback. Whether he runs it in or throws it, you know he's going to make the right decision. Found the matchup, made the throw, and you get a touchdown to open the game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes offense makes their way out of the field for their first possession. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. On the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Running out of time in the pocket. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. And 3rd and short to try to pick it up on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. This will be interesting. They're going to trust the kicker from 57 yards out. Can he get him there? Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50-plus.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. 2nd and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He's got it with room to move. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Alabama comes over the line quickly.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a first down. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. On this drive, they converted twice on 3rd down. They need 6 yards here. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's McCoy. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? The shotgun handoff here. He breaks free. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point makes the lead 11. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Slams right into a wall. They got it for a loss. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. He shreds the tackle. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. The Buckeyes will have to punt this one away. He's on to boot it away now. Not the way he wanted to kick it. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. First down, looking to throw the football. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds his man. It's McCoy. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. And looking to throw now on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. They've got him.
Well, this is why the offensive coordinator trusts his quarterback on these RPOs. He made the right read, was able to pick up some good yards. Now they have a 2nd down and manageable. Wouldn't be surprised if they run that RPO again.
They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And the running play gets stuffed. They're going to mark him right at the 1. On second and goal, they hand it to him again. And he bustles into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Hey, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point makes the lead 18 now. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Getting set. Here's second down. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Grab behind the line. It's Miller.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Vaughn. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. To throw, it's Reed. The pocket breaking down. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Second down, we're going to throw it. That's caught. It's Porter. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. That completion sets up a third down play. QB will try to run for it. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll run it from the gun. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Now play number 9 on this drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Vaughn. It's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Shotgun formation here on third down. Catch made on the right side. Buckeyes are looking to keep this drive going. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking to throw here. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. Looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's James. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Looks like they'll take a knee in the final play and head to halftime with the lead. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They need to get things going here in the third quarter, already trailing by a couple possessions. To the air, it's Reed. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Caught over the middle. It's James. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down at the 48. Grab behind the line. It's James. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Here's the second down play. Looking to throw it again. They trap him for a sack.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed is dangerous.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's Roberts. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Putting toward the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here, he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. The extra point is good. They trail by 8, 21-13. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They get him down, but he found a good line in that return. So the drive starts with pretty decent field position. They're going to run it. The game is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the cortical. Stop him for a loss. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quick throw to his receiver. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And it's hauled in, catch made way downfield. And he's into the end zone. But hold on, there's a flag down. This might be coming back. So the big lineman a little too far downfield, and the official spots it, draws the flag, and takes the touchdown off the board. Quarterback still with the football. Will not be brought down. He's swarmed by the defense. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. To throw, it's Reed. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going, or perhaps it is intercepted? Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Well, they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Tight end goes in motion. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. Back to throw. It's Reed. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. Play fake. Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. Might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. Now it's going to bring up third down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42. The Buckeyes come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Porter. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37. The offense really clicking here. They'll try the ground game here. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Coming to the line, they might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Buckeyes will have to kick this away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. No chance for a return. That football bounces away from the returner and heads out of bounds. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Short connection to the tight end here. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done. Second down play coming up for this offense. Receiver in motion now. Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Edwards. And the gain just good enough for a first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to chuck it again. Grab down the middle. It's Pringle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Offense now operating in the red zone. They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's got it near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, tie. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Breaks into open space. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Back to pass. It's Reed. Deflected by the defense and incomplete. Second down after that previous play. He's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking deep down the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. A deep shot to the left side. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Touchdown, Ohio State. This quarterback on fire today.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective, moving right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. It's a short return. They bring them down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
Now the offense is set up with a short field. Caught in the backfield. It's Porter. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Dropping back. It's Reed. And he can't hold on right in his hands. And he dropped it. Now one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Boy, what a great job by this offense to put this touchdown up on the board with under 3 minutes to go. It's a no-brainer. You go for two and try to tie this game up here late.
So they get the touchdown, now looking for the two-point conversion to tie this one up late. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he runs it into the end zone. The two-point try makes this a tie game here in the final quarter. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Using his legs on the scramble. So the clock has stopped, and we've reached the last 2 minutes here. Second down play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. With the catch, it's Riley. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the wideout. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Ohio State. Pick six could be a game changer.
What a play here by the defense. We kept thinking this defense might have to come up with a stop to give the ball back to their own offense to see if they can maybe take the lead, but instead, they take matters into their own hands and come up with a turnover and a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is up and good. You lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's McCoy. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Moves out of the pocket. Passes the 40. Slides to avoid the big hit. And a timeout is called to talk some strategy on this very important drive. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Lets it go quickly. He's got a man down the middle. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Let's fly to the wideout. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Touchdown down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. We'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. A play action, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, crimson tide. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
Chris, I'm shocked by this. I mean, this is a great touchdown by this offense. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. We may be headed to overtime.
They still need this extra point to tie. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Jones. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Ball handed off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Dirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite. See if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
First and 10 play coming up for the offense. Dropping back, it's Reed. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. He stopped, but he gets a first down. The Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. And the back gets the football. Powers through. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first. And the same runner's got it again. Tough running to avoid a loss. And just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So here we go. 4th and medium. This defense trying to get a stop here and force an overtime field goal attempt. Bringing pressure. That one is over everyone's head beyond the end zone and incomplete. So here comes the field goal unit out there trying to claim the lead here in OT. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. He missed it. The game remains tied.
Uh-oh, a possible disaster right here, an empty possession. There's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive in overtime. Now you got to hope to keep the opposition from putting any points up on the board to stay alive in this one.
Takes the handoff. It's Pringle. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Handoff here from the shotgun. Some hard running there through a tackle. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So the offense comes up on 3rd and long in overtime. Certainly don't want to take the loss and make this field goal drive more challenging. Oh, and he did not get there. The defense rising up against this elite 3rd down offense. And now the defense will spend a timeout to talk strategy here before this crucial play coming up. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And with the miss, we remain tied.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
So one overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Important second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Edwards. And he will be stuffed for no gain. So here comes a challenging third down conversion attempt for this offense, trying to keep the sticks moving and avoid making a fourth down decision. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And with that, they retake the lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. Scanning the field. It's Reed. Quick catch over the middle. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's James. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. It's a quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. And the quarterback keeps it here. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark. So now it's a challenging third down play here. Can the offense keep the drive going or swarm by the pass rush? A sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. And now the defense will spend a timeout to talk strategy here before this crucial play coming up. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And it's good. The kicker does his job, and we head to another overtime.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Okay, so now we've got dueling two-point conversions from here on out to decide this game. Enormous pressure on every snap. And he's in. They get the two-point conversion to jump on top here deep in overtime. And now this offense must respond with a two-point try to keep this game going. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's in there. A clutch play to stay alive and extend this game even further. So here we go again. A two-point play to set the tone as we continue deep in overtime. He's looking to throw. And he's in. They get the two-point conversion to jump on top here deep in overtime. So now this offense must answer from 3 yards out to keep this game alive. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. No, he stopped short, and it's game over. This defense rises up and wins it right there. That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And
Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas's offense will have first crack at this one. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught, and they were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Pulls it in. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Find some fresh air. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Got room to work. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity to put 3 on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gamecocks offense has the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if
he's going for it all. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lockett. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's going for the goal line. Finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. Oh, he's got some space. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
That's a first down for the offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air, it's Underwood. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker, it's Overton. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
man. You've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. To the ground with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A quick pass to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's a quick throw out to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And the Longhorns line it up with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. That's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes a grab on the shot. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's a heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Off the play fake on first down to throw. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the air, it's Underwood. The short hands, it's Black. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
It's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Hold and finds his man on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Using the quick game. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Wants to throw on third down. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Got his man on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Burn challenge burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
And making those big plays down the field, Texas. When you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Second down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field, put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Catch in the middle, it's Overton. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Overton. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets into the 40, and it's a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? Well, no, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. To the air, it's Underwood. Under fire. He's going to take off. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Going to sling it on second down. Got his man. Out of bounds he goes. He'll mark it at the 16. And the Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Grab near the marker. It's Clark. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Quick strike complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today. But they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over Temple. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. There he goes! And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a crease to the left. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Longhorns are marching down the field. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Putting together a nice drive. Couple of first downs in the books. Now 1st and 10 from the 44. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. They'll make the stop, but that first down authorize it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happened.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Wyoming Cowboys in Laramie, Wyoming, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jeff. And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Wyoming Cowboys offense will go on the attack first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws. And
the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back.
Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Chang. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. He'll do it himself. Got a little space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's King. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle, it's Chang. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Chang. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's another 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
you really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these these teams, the players, have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the gun, the ground game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good, talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's King. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Cowboys! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge...
Turning it on! That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Pulls it, fired, complete.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Holman. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's King. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. With the catch, it's Holman.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And first down for the offense.
They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Second down coming up. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wyoming. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moulton. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Muscling ahead on third and short. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's King. A little screen to the running back. Fighting off the defender. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Hawkeyes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got the quick completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback on the keeper. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. First down here for the offense.
Good enough for first down.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. It's King. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Leaves it with the back. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They punt it away on 4th down. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Offense in a split backfield. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Hawkeyes in the hurry up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his back in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Platt. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Plucks it out of the air.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, he'll take that throw all day.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. To throw, it's Kane. Grab near the sticks, it's Holman. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, who's got a better seat there today in Laramie than you do? And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the highest elevation in all of college football, War Memorial Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Unloads quickly. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. Makes him talk to the hand. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the inside give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Wyoming, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Back to pass, it's King. Quickly complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And that's a first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys racing to the line in a hurry up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third down play from the gun. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Here comes the hurry up.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Looking downfield, it's King. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Deep shot for the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
That's a first down for the offense.
Power football with the run.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He'll keep it himself. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Wants to fire on second down. Boom. Caught behind the line. It's Moulton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on third. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moulton. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Loss on first down. Increase the degree of difficulty. Second and goal from the 8. Caught in the backfield. It's Clapp. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's King. Snagged out of the air. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Durham. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Holman. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. got it in the middle. It's Durham. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cowboys moving quickly to the line. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Spins away from the defense. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's King. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Looking for the 2-point try. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gators will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Auburn's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Looking to throw at Simmons. Gets it out fast. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it inside the 30. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Auburn lines up quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. He's looking to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Florida Gators offense will take the field for the first time. And And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Working the middle, it's complete. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Berry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Here's the handoff. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for room. It's Berry. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner. But right now they want to stop on third down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB. And this one, put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Scanning the field is Simmons. He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Catch in the middle, it's Davidson. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best, and that's a testament to those players there in Austin.
And he loses the football on the return. Corralled by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The inside handoff. Got some room in it to the goal line. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
You know, when you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's a decision there by the quarterback.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators are rolling down the field. They'll give it to him again. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, he found a space on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Harvey. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down, he'll throw it. Rush is on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It's 3rd and goal, and a long way from the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes a connection. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking for a gap. It's Welch. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown.
27, Florida, 7.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Simmons. Got his man on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Grabbed behind the line, it's Thompson. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. On target. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll throw on third and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Makes the quick grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Flips it out to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Turns it loose. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Run in the red zone. It's Welsh. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Fielded in the end zone. It's Berry. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Off the play fake. Under fire. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
The Gators will call on their punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The run from the shotgun. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Wants to throw. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The play action fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Simmons. And he's dragged down. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for room, it's Welch. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
It just feels too little too late for this defense. Where was those plays earlier in the game, right? I mean, they're trailing by a ton of points now, in large part because they have not been able to get pressure on the quarterback. And finally, here late, they come up with a sack. So that's a teachable moment. That's something this coaching staff is going to point back to when they watch the film to build on. But they needed more pass rush early in this game.
Catch in the middle, it's Davidson. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On target over the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a man on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can find some.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Western Michigan was far from the friendly confines of Kalamazoo, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of
breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Touch pass on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. To the air, it's Simmons. Makes the grab. Hard running there. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
Brings up 2nd down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man on the left. Oh, he's getting ahead. Touchdown, Auburn! And the punishment has been extended. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. Caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying to set up the screen. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Now, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.